Okay, I'm going to start this video off with an apology. Sorry, this is going to ruin some of your dreams here. And this goes to a person who sent me an email who was asking Dom, or it was titled Help for an Aspiring Photographer. So I'm like, brilliant, an aspiring photographer. I like that chat. I shall do my best to help you here. Anyway, it goes on to say that he's doing photography at university and he's studying it and he's enjoying it, so that's good. He's watched all my videos and he has finally built up the courage to ask a professional photographer a question, aka me. And this person goes on to say that he's wondering how to get out there as a photographer, how to promote himself as a photographer. It says over the last 5 years he's been perfecting his skill, his technique, his ability, so that whenever he goes out and does it, then he has the kind of knowledge base and the ability to do whatever is asked for him. Good move. He also says that he thinks it's unfair to advertise as a professional photographer until he's able to produce some level of standard of photography. Okay, good, I agree. That's a good move. Okay. And then he goes on to ask the difficult question. He says he's been trying to advertise or promote himself over social media, but he's had no work, no kind of goodness with that. And he's saying, you know, is it possible nowadays, as a young student of photography, to become a successful photographer? And there's the question. I'll let you guys think about what would your answer be to that. If some student of photography or something else, but who loves photography and is really good at photography, asks you, is it possible to be a professional photographer? What would your initial response be? And would it be an honest one? Because I'm thinking, my initial response would be, of course it is, no problem. Yes, you can still definitely be a successful, professional, young photographer. Just look at the likes of Lara Jade and Bobby J, I think it is, or whoever it is. Very young photographers who are in magazines left, right and centre. I could probably just pick up any of those magazines and they'll be in it. They do courses, they've got studios, they're doing stuff in America, over in Japan, all that kind of stuff. Very successful. British as well and American. There's no question about it. You can be a very successful photographer and be young today. That's not a problem. But here's the crunch. Is that you're asking if you can be a professional photographer. Now I have a little suspicion here, but I suspect every successful, professional, highly acclaimed photographer that's out there just now never asked if they will be a professional photographer. If you want to be a professional photographer, if you have the love and desire of photography, of seeing the world through the eye of your camera, but with the macro lens, seeing things which you can't see with your normal eye, with the telephoto, seeing things miles away and flattening subjects, with the wide angles of seeing left and right and tops of buildings which a human eye couldn't do in one scope. If you love and enjoy all that stuff, you will do it, and you will do it to the best ability you can. You will investigate and learn and take up the business practices of anyone that's doing it already and are already professional. But do you ask if you can be a professional? Do you ask if you can be successful? I suspect that if you are asking, can I be successful? Can I be a professional? Then that shows a lack of confidence. And a lack of confidence shows maybe you don't really know what you're doing. And if you don't really know what you're doing, then you're not really going to get very far. The most driven people out there are people that don't ask questions. They just do it and then ask questions later. Granted, that's probably a dangerous way to live. However, if I'm talking in the aspect of doing something that you love and trying to make it your job or make it your full-time everything, you just go out and do it. You don't ask if anybody thinks that you can, or do you think my photos are good enough to be in a magazine? Why are you asking me? Stick them in a magazine. Tell that magazine they need your photos. So this is where I'm going to say to all of you, if any of you have asked, can I be a professional photographer? I think potentially you can't. If any of you love photography and do it every day and never even think of it as work, and yet are submitting it to magazines, to competitions, to this, that and other, yes, you can be a very successful photographer. Young, maybe even inexperienced. But all you've got to do is love it, do it, and pump it out there. Don't ask for help. No. Don't ask. Don't ask, don't ask, don't ask. Don't get, no. Don't know. That's my thought. What do you guys think?